Hola.
Morning.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning. I've lost count.
Quadcast number 8.
Couchcast. I think it's 9.
9. 8 or 9.
It's just a quadcast today. We're gonna have to pass the mic probably.
You guys remember Disney Channel Pass the Plate? It's Brenda's song.
London Tipton.
How about London Tipton?
We are very tired because we've been up since 7 a.m.
It's been a long day, friends.
It has been.
We're not really winning.
Nope, today's not the good day. We are all losing.
You can't win them all, though.
You can't win them all.
Not win them all.
Because if you won them all, then it wouldn't really feel like winning anymore.
That's true.
You can't win them all.
So we're having another Couchcast. We don't really know what we're going to talk about.
I hope conversation flows, maybe.
We're bird sitting at the moment, so.
We thought Emily was going to get a tattoo today, but...
Yeah, sorry to disappoint.
They were like, the tattoo artist doesn't come until 2:30, 3 o'clock. It was 11 a.m. Like, I was going to sit around for 4 hours.
They don't let you get tattoos at 11 a.m., I guess.
They don't.
Osmond.
They don't like when you do that.
We have many animals around here. Oh, why?
Birdcast. This is the big guy. Well, he's the small guy now, but he was the big guy. This is Osmond.
Osmond. I'm not touching Luna. So.
No.
I'm not touching either of them.
Oscar, can you
You guys saw Luna last Couchcast.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
let me one more time?
Wait.
Oscar.
Put it up there. I'll hang out.
What
We'll
are
probably
we
start
talking about?
scaling up there.
No!
So sorry.
Oh my god, look at the feed. It's gonna burst your eardrums. I apologize to headphone listeners.
R.I.P.
Stop.
Wait.
Come on.
It's like a damn child.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait, there's lots of pets in this house. We're at Emily and Izzy's house, so they have lots of pets and birds.
Too many.
Meg and I both have dogs. And you have cats too, right?
I have fish.
Izzy does have
We look
fish.
like we're in a zoo.
Yep.
I have more fish
Hi,
than I
bud.
previously had.
We're gonna post. Wait! Play with your. We're gonna post an update about Izzy's fish along.
Comment below if you like the vlog.
No, don't. You're giving her what she wants.
Will she shut up?
Hi, Osmond.
Oh my god, I'm calling the police.
Come here. Good morning.
So if you watched our last vlog where we pranked
It
Isabel,
wasn't funny.
It was really funny.
one of the baby fish died, and we had a
sad.
funeral for him.
R.I.P. orange juice.
Like, why was it? Oh, orange juice isn't like O.J. Simpson.
No, it's in
No.
orange juice.
You guys want to talk about the O.J. Simpson trial?
No.
It was about race.
He did it, that's it. End of
What's
story.
about-
He did it, but the trial.
That's how the Kardashians got famous, and then Kim had sex.
They got. Wait,
Same.
really?
Yeah, because their dad was someone Kardashian, and he was O.J. Simpson's lawyer, and that's how O.J. Simpson didn't get
I didn't know.
tried.
that.
Yeah.
The more you know, the more you coals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you sure, Mallory? Should we fact check that?
Fact check me.
No.
She's a Kardashian
Rob
expert.
Kardashian.
She's right.
I
She's
think.
right. I've heard that before. What if we just all sat here and cried together?
Isn't
Do you
that
think
who
they would enjoy that?
David Schwimmer
Get all the
played
views.
in the show?
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks, Nick.
David
You're welcome.
Schwimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played Rob Kardashian.
Better known as Ross Geller.
What a guy. She's gonna
What?
bite you, and you're gonna have 9.5 fingers.
Good morning, bud. Oh, he's a friend today. He's a friend today. Osmond and I are
Look.
frenemies, one would say.
I heard there's so many birds.
We're holding hands.
Yay.
We're all friends now. You gotta keep them close, or else they yell.
Yeah, so you gotta be hanging out. Like, if you walk into a different room, she will scream.
Sometimes even when you're in the room, she screams. We don't know what she wants.
Daisy just jumped up on the counter and got an Oreo.
Oh my god.
We think she wants
Fat
to bite
cow.
us.
Wait, come here. You guys step up? Come here.
All we're doing is talking to the animals.
Not to you. Sorry.
But Zoo could come and say hello.
No.
Can this be Birdcast?
Petcast.
Petcast.
Petcast. Too many.
Will you get that stupid bird to come here?
That one?
Yeah.
She's playing now. We're gonna
Should
leave
we,
her
like,
be.
answer questions or something?
Yeah. Let's talk about
I don't have any questions.
how you guys got the birds.
I have a story.
Okay.
So, my oldest sister Abby, her middle name is June. Her name's Abigail June. And Emily's middle name is May. She's Emily May.
That I am.
And my middle name is Jane. Isabel Jane. And Emily's boyfriend of 3 years
Yeah.
knew me for 4 years. And we...
Not allowed.
I'm calling the police.
Guys, this has never happened before.
I'm
Come
so
here.
mad.
Teresa's gonna be so
This is the
sad.
dumbest shit that's ever happened.
Never happened before, guys.
Someone please...
She was like
I'm-
abused and she was left on her cage. All
I'm
the
calling ICE.
time, so she can't.
Wait, no, you have to cut that out. Cut that out.
Get in front of me.
Can I get back to my story?
Yes.
This is fucked up. And so we told Joey that my middle name was April, that I was Isabel April, because it logically made sense for
April, May, June.
the order of the months. The bird is scaling the wall right
I
now.
wonder if they can see it.
And Joey believed me for 2 months.
It makes sense.
And then one time, I told a friend who won't be named that if you cut your nipples off, they regenerate, and she believed me for like 6 months.
No.
Don't believe Isabel. Moral of the story.
Once, this is my last story, I told Emily that if you needed paint to be thinner, you just put nail polish remover in it, and she painted her whole room with nail polish. Like, she dumped a whole bottle of nail polish into a gallon of paint and painted her room with it. Nail polish remover.
You did do that.
I did. That's a true story.
Yep.
Chill.
The same Joe that Isabel convinced that her middle name was April, I once convinced that I didn't have a dad.
You convinced me that too, Megan.
Why? Because
going?
I don't remember what we were doing, but he was like, just ask your dad. And I was like, don't got one.
Stop.
And he really believed me.
No.
At first, he was like, yeah, you do. I've seen him. And then I was like, no, you haven't. Like, that's not my dad. And he believed it.
She wants to be.
Your dad Teddy and your dog Tim.
This is hilarious.
I don't like this game.
If she comes near me, we're canceling Couchcast. I can't.
I think it's already canceled because we're not doing anything.
She's too big.
I told those stories.
Yeah.
Let me think of a
Those
story.
are some good stories. Osmond is scaling the...
Oh, I got a story. So one time, Emily and I used to do competitive cheerleading. And we had a few practices that were 6 hours long. So you can imagine the mental and physical pain we were in by the end of those 6 hours. So
How bad it was.
it was so bad that we wanted to die. And we would hope we would get in car accidents on the way to practice.
That's a bit dramatic.
I'm sorry. No, we would though. We would though. And so we were so tired on the way home from one practice, but we were hungry and we wanted some slushies from Burger King. So we go to the Burger King drive-thru. And first of all, I'm hallucinating at this point and I'm driving.
I remember you being like, you thought there was a raccoon. Like, we were in the drive-thru waiting our turn, and you were like, is that a raccoon? And I was like, no. You're like, I swear to God. And then
I don't mean to interrupt, but should we help Oscar?
he's
No,
got
that's
it.
fine.
Okay, go ahead.
He'll just fly away when
He doesn't know how to fly.
Oh.
My birds don't fly.
They don't.
They're
What's
not
that smell?
birds.
Did we turn off the oven?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyways, I thought I saw a raccoon and Emily and Isabel's grandmother by a tree
Yeah.
in the drive-thru.
Marion.
Marion, good old Marion.
Behind a tree at the Burger King drive-thru about 2 towns over.
And so it's our turn to order, and I'm like, can we please have 2 large red slushies? And I don't know why, but I couldn't hear what the person was saying. I was just hearing sounds. And since I couldn't understand, I was like, can we please have 2 large red slushies again? And Emily's just laughing at me. I don't even remember the rest of the story. I just remember not getting the slushies.
Because the lady was like, sorry, ma'am, our red slushies aren't working right now. Like, do you want, like, a Coke slushie? And Mal just keeps repeating to her that she wants 2 large red slushies. And she's like, ma'am, I'm sorry, the machine is down. And I couldn't even get a word out. I was laughing so hard. And Mal's just like, why can't she hear me? I don't know what she's saying. And I was like, Mal, the machine's down. She goes, oh. I don't even remember what we ended up getting.
We ended up getting the Coke slushies, but we didn't like them as much. That's that story.
That's a good story.
But yeah,
that was a good story.
our competitive cheerleading years were a little brutal.
You guys were really mean.
We were so upset all the time.
And then they decided that because they had to work out, that we also had to work out.
Did you decide that?
Yeah, they made us do like extra stuff at dance all the time, and
Yep.
Lorraine would be like, do what you do at cheer with them, and we'd be like, no.
I don't remember that.
Like I was
Well, you weren't in our class.
I
No,
was
I was 12.
going in I was going to my freshman year. Like I hadn't even like hit puberty. I was this big around in every aspect. And this lady was like, all right, lift these kids up into the air. People are going to throw you. Let's run around for 3 hours and then try to tumble. Like, it was just insane. And we gained a lot of weight, but it was just all muscle. We were so in shape.
We were ripped.
So you did cheer for 2 years, right?
Yeah, well, technically a year and a half. I started cheering like halfway through the season,
Why?
and because that's when I decided I wanted to do it. I didn't know how it worked.
Emily do it with you.
Because I liked it at first.
It was okay at first.
And then we got to like summer conditioning, which was like that was pretty bad. And we were like kind of rethinking it, but still kind of like liking it because we liked the cheer part, just not anything else. And so then when like it came to when it came down to learning the routine and stuff for the season, like those 6-hour practices, that's when we started not liking it. And then like we just weren't, like the vibes just weren't working with our coaches and like practices. Like we never wanted to go anymore, and we didn't have our parents' support on like quitting, so we had to finish the year out. So we went from, it was like September, August time that we like decided we didn't want to do it anymore, and then we had to wait till July of the next year to stop because that's what happened. And you don't like, I don't know if we actually signed a contract or anything. I forgot how that worked, but like once you committed for the season, like you were committed. Like it was really frowned upon to quit halfway. So unless you were injured or something, but that's why we didn't like it, because like we like felt it out, and then we were like, we don't want to do this, but we had no support.
Oh, wait, I'm getting a phone call. Anderson,
We cannot find said fish.
the fish are gone?
I just don't see them.
Just ask someone that works there where the fish are.
Are they not by the garden?
I don't see them by the garden. I haven't seen them.
Woo.
Okay, Anderson.
Yes.
Go to. Are you
No,
in
no, no, no,
Aurora
no,
or
no.
Streetsboro?
Hi, bud.
Go to PetSmart and they will have like those
Oh,
feeder
yeah.
fish for 8 cents.
Don't poop on me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's smart.
I'll be seeing you.
Okay, good luck. Bye.
Bye.
Why do you think Anderson needs fish?
Anderson needs fish.
No one knows why.
Apparently,
Yes?
we're the fish people now
I
since
guess.
last week's vlog.
We are the fish people.
Well, we've been the fish people.
He's got all them fish.
I do. I have quite a
I
lot
can't
of fish.
think of a
You got all
single
these
story
birds.
that's ever happened to me.
I'm gonna talk about space.
What's a story I could tell? What's something they would be interested in? I have a lot of lame stories.
Tell a story, coward.
I want it to be a good one.
Same. I can't think of a story. I can't think of anything that's ever happened to me.
Wait,
That's how tired I am.
I can tell you the story of how I acquired a bird.
Yeah, tell them the story.
I was there when you first decided.
Yeah.
I was with Nadeem and Jesse and Emily. We were in Pets.
Story of Janet.
Yeah.
We were in PetSmart, and I walk over to Emily because we couldn't find her, and she's just staring at these birds, and I'm like, Emily, like, we have to go, because we were getting stuff for this egg basket that I had to make, but that's another story. I don't know why we were in PetSmart. I think we just wanted to look at the fish.
Yeah, it
She's-
was next to the Five Below.
You're looking at these birds, and you're like, I'm gonna get one, and I said, oh, I'm sure you're gonna get one. Like, we have to go. Now we have two.
So I was looking at the little parakeets. Like I didn't want anything like a big. I didn't anticipate having big guys, but then I was like, I met with a few people that like had some birds. So they were like mild sized, like just a hand sized bird, you know, nothing too wild. And I started looking online, and birds are expensive. Like a hand-sized bird can be like $700 or $800.
That's how much we paid for my dog.
Yeah, it's expensive. And then you gotta put like a big cage and all their toys and food on top of it. It's a lot. So my dad was like, why don't you look on Craigslist? Because there's sometimes a lot of people in like situations where they can't keep their pets anymore and they like need to get rid of them like to a new home like as soon as possible. So we were looking, and we found this lady who had an African gray parrot, which is really funny because, like, when I started looking at birds online, I was like, this bird's so pretty, and then I looked at the price. Like, these birds run up to $3,000, and I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to afford it. So I started looking at smaller ones, but this lady was like, yeah, I'm moving, and I need to get rid of my bird. Take him, his cage, and his playset for $400, and I'm like, all right. So we go to this lady's house, and it's like a little sketchy, but we get Osmond, and he's got like no feathers on his tummy and stuff. We needed to fix his diet and give him like toys because birds are smart. They're very smart people.
Might I add that he might have been a clearance bird, but he's a defective bird.
He's not defective.
He's defective. He's an asshole.
He is.
Oh yeah, he is an ass.
Look at him, he knows. Somebody pick him up.
Woohoo!
No, squirrely.
No, he's gonna scream.
And then my parents at first were like a little hesitant about him. My mom was completely against it at first, and then
Now she just kisses him all the
she
time.
fell in love with him. She's like, oh, also, so you know how we had that parakeet, Janet from last Couchcast? Janet was at the same house as Osmond, and the lady was like, you know, half the time I don't even know she's there. You can just take her for free. So we got Janet and all of her shit for free.
And
And
Janet after Janet
It
Jackson.
was just like a freaking gag.
I know, right? So we got Janet and Osmond, and Teresa's like in love with Osmond, and she's kissing him all the time. She's like, he's such good company. So
He's awful
Teresa's
company.
he is. He's
Taking him to the camper all the time. And Emily didn't get to spend any time with him, but then Teresa would be like, you never take care of your bird.
like, he's never home.
So we were like, get your own bird, Teresa. That's the big one.
And I guess when my mom was little, her uncle used to have a bird like this, or somebody, and she was just like in love with this bird, and so she starts looking at him and like meeting them, and she finds this little lady up here. I don't know if you can even see her in the frame. Probably. Stop scratching it.
Yet another defective bird. It doesn't work.
All right. When
It's out of bed.
I guess when you find birds online on Craigslist, they tend to be defective, but that's just because they have all these behavioral issues and they don't eat right, and she'd never been off her cage for like 2 years. She just sat on a cage. So we're working on getting her used to being not on the cage.
A lot of mobility,
Yeah,
in
her
hands.
her hands are really slow. I guess the vet thinks she had a few strokes. I don't know.
Because they just like kept her in this.
You want to
it's funny,
talk?
Funny.
Say hello.
She screams. She's an attention whore.
She is an
She
attention
is an
whore.
attention whore. She like was only on her. She was only on her cage for a while, so she like her hands were only used to grabbing a certain like shaped items. So she's like, we've been working getting her to pick up new things and like get out of her comfort zone, which is why it's a big deal that she stepped up today, because she normally would not do that, right, Em?
Yeah.
So those are the birds. Now we have 3. Osmond just bit Mal.
More.
What do you have to say? That wasn't very funny. Why'd you laugh? She's a bitch. She'll scream and talk all the time when you want her to be quiet, but when I want her to talk, she won't.
She does scream and talk. She laughs. She'll laugh at you.
One time, Izzy and Olivia thought that she was like a human.
Because she was talking like a human.
She was like, Isabel and Olivia like stopped and were like, who's in the house? And then I'm like, what do you mean? They were like, did you hear that? And then the bird cracks up laughing and goes, pranked, pretty bird.
She's smart. Like, she picks up phrases like that.
That's what
Like,
terrifies me the most. Is that I don't know the extent of her intelligence.
she's not as intelligent as like a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Stop.
Seriously.
I don't like it.
4 and 5-year-old children. They're really smart.
Ozzy.
Wanna say hi?
Yo.
Say hi?
I'm so
No
sorry.
fish.
You have to be 18.
Well, you didn't know that? I thought you had someone that's 18 with you.
When do I ever have someone that's 18?
Do you need to borrow one of my fish?
Osmond.
No.
What are you doing with this fish?
I wanted to surprise my mother.
I don't think she'd like that very much.
No, well that was the goal.
Oh, right. Well, I'm sorry you couldn't find a fish.
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
You have to be 18 to buy fish.
Why?
So what you're doing right now doesn't happen?
They want you to be
Surprising my mother?
Yeah.
responsible over the fish.
I am.
Usually they let you buy the feeder fish if you're under 18, so that's weird.
They said no fish for you.
How rude.
That's fucked. I'm sorry.
That is fucked.
All right. Well, you're in a quadcast we're recording right now, so we got to get back to that.
All right, have fun. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye. Woo,
I think that about wraps our shit up.
bird's gonna shit on me.
Yeah. Oh no.
Not actually, I'm just worried.
We're keeping it short and simple today, guys.
I suppose so. Welcome to this, or wait.
Bad day cast.
Bad day, Cat.
Thanks for coming to our bad day cast. It was a shit show, but we wanted to deliver our quality content.
We'll see you next week.
Wouldn't say that, but
Bye.
bye.
Good morning.
Okay, let's be done forever.